Let me see something. Where is it again? Now, what did I name it as? I have no idea. Oh, here, I think. Yeah. Okay. So now you will see all the wars that had been going on since before the 40s. I'll show you here for an example. This was Europe. This was Russia, sorry, back in the days. This is Europe, but this was Russia. All the red was a extension of Russia. Germany was an extension of Russia. West Germany was an extension. No, wait a minute. Sorry, East. East Germany was an extension of Russia. So this is all Russia, okay? This was their borderline of Russia. This was it, right? And then, of course, they started to steal more and more land. This was the map of how Russia used to be. That's why these people, all in the red, Poland, all these places, Romania, Bulgaria, Hungary, Ukraine, all of them still speak a form of Russia, just like how Germany, just like how the Netherlands and Belgium still speak a form of German, and also Switzerland and Sweden and Austria all still speak a form of German. This is the same language. Swiss, Austria, Belgium, Netherlands, Denmark, Sweden, Norway, all when I listen to them, I hear words that I can understand and I know what they're talking about. not all the time, I tell you that the truth, but I kind of know what they're talking. You know what? If I just listen, man, you know, if I pay attention to something like that, I'm not gonna get everything, but I understand a few words and all that, so I could kind of figure out what they're maybe figure out what they're talking about. Sometimes, and most of the times I don't. That's the point, right? So there's still there was a part of it. But what happened? West Europe was actually Europe, basically EU and America fighting against Eastern Europe. Then they had the Berlin Wall and all that type of stuff. Okay. Another proxy war of America versus Russia is South Korea versus North Korea. It was actually the Russians versus the Americans because they was backing them up. South Korea is backed up by America and EU, or sorry, the UN, United Nations, which is EU, Europe. And North Korea is backed up by China and Russia. And then here you have it again. They're split until this day, but you can just go over if you want to, you know. Then you have here, which is Algeria and Morocco. They're fighting now, until this day. They're fighting. But who is actually really fighting? It's actually Russia and China together. As you can see here in the translation thing, I made this picture on purpose. You can find this video if you want to. Why this part of Africa is erased on every map you see. You can find it if you want to, if you have the time for yourself. But who is backing up Morocco? Israel, Morocco itself, and then Spain, and then France and America. Basically, Europe and America is fighting against Russia and China once more. And then you have here in the Asia part, which is here, but Malaysia and stuff like that, Myanmar, I always screw up that name. Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, all these type of things. But the point is this: you have the British, you have the French, you have the English, American too. Wait, sorry, here you have China and America fighting here, and you can bet your ass Russia is with China. You can bet your ass. So what is this war? Because these two are fighting. Cambodia and Thailand, they're at war. You can Google that. I already did a video about that. If you want to, if you have the time, you can Google that. Look here. It's the title. Why Cambodia and Thailand are moving toward war. They've been fighting. But who is really behind it? America. America and Europe versus China and Russia. But in this video, you will not really hear Russia, but I know that they're backing up China. So it's Russia and America once more again. The proxy war has been going on for decades, right? What's this country again? Damn it. I'll leave that. You can watch the video if you want to, if you have the time for yourself. Right. So then, and by the way, the reason that the Morocco people here are fighting in this country is because of this phosphate. If you watch this video exposing why farmers can't legally replant their own seed, replant their own seeds. Here, phosphate is turned into glyphosate. What? Glyphosate? Wow. Glyphosate, okay. If you look up this word, boy, this shit's fucking dangerous, boy. But that is the stone that they actually gather here in Morocco. Boy, 70% of the whole world, at this point in time, I should say, is being harvested from here. And do you know what they do? They put it in weed killer, pesticide. It's fucking dangerous. It's a stone that they grind up. Boy, they do some chemical shit in the laboratory and stuff like that, and then eventually it ends up in your food. Oh my goodness. That's because in the big I didn't know what this was, phosphate. I looked it up, but these devils, look, if I type in phosphate, glyphosate, right? Phosphate, glyphosate, phosphate. Oh, I forgot it already. Phosphate turns into glypho. Okay, that one. Okay, check this out. Now, if you do this one, and then you go, it's a herbicide, right? Okay, cool. And then you do this one. Here, phosphate is an anion salt, functional group or ester derived from acid. Okay, what does it do to the body? Okay, dangerous. Oh, wait a minute. I turned off the AI thing. I hate that shit. Fucking irritating. Then I go here. But I turned off the overview. So what can it do? It causes tissue calcification, heart. It stop your fucking heart. It will stop your heart. Yeah? Bone deterioration. That's what it said? Deterioration? Yeah, deterioration. Bone deterioration. It makes your bones weak. Okay, so that's what this thing does, okay? And then you have phosphate or glyphosate, right? It's a herbicide. Okay, what does it do? It's not banned all over the place, but it's kind of banned. Dangers. Oh, it wants to do that again. Oh, here. Glyphosate also seems to exert a significant toxic effect on neurotransmission, and that's what they're gonna use the chip for, the brain chip. They're gonna say, see, it's good for you. It can help the diseases that you have. You mean the diseases that you caused? Huh? How about that? So guys, exposure may, wow, what a joke. And they spray it on plants and stuff that you eat. How about that? May increase the risk of non-Hodgkin, the lympho system in your body, and the lympho. I remember this thing here. It's actually them little balls in your body. These things. You need these things, and if it's infected, then it will start to grow into big things. Look like a tumor, but it's not. But yeah, it can swell up, right? Those things, right? It says here increased risk of this thing by up to 41%. Causes nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. It affects your kidneys, and you need your kidneys to clean stuff up, right? It fucks up that neurotransmission, Neuralink, right? Then they're gonna want to fix it with the Neuralink chip thing. That's how they work. They make you sick. Actually, they poison you. They poison you to make it, it look like you're sick, and then they come in with the cure. Here, take this pill. Sometimes I just laugh at the devil, man. I'm looking at these Edomites and I'm thinking to myself, like, man, it's very funny that you exist. It's considered not to pose. Oh shit! Here it is. It's considered not to pose any harmful effects on human health or unacceptable effects on the environment. This is why you need to know that they have a snake tongue. One will tell the bold-faced lie, science so falsely called, and then the other one will tell the truth. If you go here, this is the truth, and this is a lie. Because it says right here, glyphosate-based herbicides are used to kill weeds, especially annual broadleaf weeds and grasses, to compete with crops. But if you watch this documentary that this guy made, you always gotta watch these independent Edomites exposing why farmers can't legally replant their own seeds. You will see what happens when this guy, himself, he has a plant at home, and then he will spray the plant. Let me get the video exposing why farmers can't legally. It's not gonna find it here. Exposing. Really? Oh, it does find it, you bastards. They do what they want. They do what they want. Anyway, there's a part where he will do an experiment at home with his own plants. I think this is it here. Yeah. It's 10 times more powerful than any herbicide the team had ever seen. This is what it does.
10 times more powerful than any herbicide the team had ever seen. And allegedly, it made the plants super nasty. It made the plants super nasty. Oh, that was disgusting.
It melts it. It melts the plant from within. Boy, is some strange death going on around there, boy. But this is what he puts in the food for you to eat. And he says it won't harm you. Aren't you a living organism also? Don't you think you're gonna die if you keep on eating that?
Here, and well, you can see the results. Chances are, if it's green, Roundup is gonna kill it.
If it's green, it's going to die. But you're not green. Keep on eating it then. Keep on using it then. See what happens to you. Anyway, I'll put this link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. I'll put the other one here also. This one, why Cambodia and Thailand are fighting. And this one too. Then you can understand the phosphate thing, what they're fighting for here. Let me see why this part of Africa is erased. Let me see why this part of Africa. Oh. Real life lore here as well.
Throughout your life, you've probably seen a lot of these kinds of worldwide maps displaying different kinds of
And then you have here, the phosphate. I was wondering why anyone outside would care. Yeah, because they want to kill you. Yeah, I think this is it.
access to
So the Sahara, the Western Sahara part,
enormous reserves of phosphates in Western Sahara that are critical for synthetic fertilizers and global
synthetic fertilizers and global
agricultural supply chains. Potentially,
they don't need that. They want it. It's a difference because they need it to make you sick without you knowing what the hell's going on. They put it in there. You don't need to put that in there. Why you need to put that in there?
rich offshore natural gas reserves and the
Because they want to kill you.
future of energy trade routes to the European Union.
Anyway, you can watch this for you can watch this for yourself if you have the time. Let me see here. The largest amount of
About 10% of Morocco's total phosphate production that's a critical ingredient for modern synthetic fertilizers and modern industrial agriculture. Morocco is currently the world's second largest producer of phosphates only after China. But Morocco also controls by far the largest proven reserves of phosphate rocks in the world. And if it manages to...
It's a rock. And what are they doing? They're fighting. They're fighting for it. These countries, they want it. America, Europe, they want it. China, Russia, they want it. All of these motherfuckers are killing people, boy. Because that's what rich people do. That's one of the reasons. But you need to understand, like people with a lot of money, like rich people, you need to look at them different. They're different people, you know. A rich man shall hardly make it into the kingdom. That's talking about an Israelite. Even an Israelite that is rich. So how much more the heathen nations? They're evil. Most of them. Boy, most of them are evil, you know. Let me see.
to increase production, it'll eclipse China's production. With West
Anyway, whatever. Let me go back to where I was. Sorry. Let me see here. No, it was then, therefore here. Right. Oh boy. This one? Yeah. So as number of the sea. So yeah, I think I'm done. But yeah. Let me see here. Right, I'll just put these links in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. But this thing it's coming. Not this one, sorry. Oh boy, I think I clicked it away. Oh man. Yeah, I clicked it away. Sorry about that. I'll put it later on in the description box. Oh no, it's here. Sorry. Psst, I was looking for this, but because it stopped. But yeah, this thing is going to be real, and it wouldn't surprise me if this idiot was he's an idiot. The reason I say that is because, you know, he's doing this to be recognized or something. I don't know, man. It's just crazy. Why are you lying, man? Why are you lying? You did fool a lot of people, I'll tell you that. And I hope you get judged for that, you fucking liar. It's just, I don't know, man. People that want to have fame, you need to watch out for those people too. They fall into the category of those type of people that are rich. They fall into that category because they have a different mindset. They have a determined, greedy, force myself type of spirit upon things. You know, I don't know. They're different, man. People, they're different. People that want to be seen, they want to be heard. They crave attention. They want to be the center of. Those are not good people, man. I just tell you that. Those are not good people. They want to be in the forefront. Back in the days, you had these demonic creatures, these devils. They're devils. Let me see here. David. Oh man, I forgot his name. Okay, Jane Goodman. Jane Good. I don't know her name. Goodall. Here. She was talking about it, and then the other guy, David, let me see. David, narrator. This bitch, but no, David. I saw him right there. This devil. This devil also said it. Let me see. People. Quote this one. The human population can no longer be allowed. Who the fuck are you? He's a devil. Be allowed to grow in the same old uncontrollable way. What is he saying? That a lot of people don't see the snake-tongued satanic creatures that are in front of you. They don't see them as such. I see fucking filth when I look at this shit, man. Anyway, who's the we? He's talking about his own people, man. You know, if we do not take charge of our population size, he's talking to his elite little buddies. Then nature will do it for us, just like in the movie Resident Evil. This is a quote from, not a quote, I should say, but this is the same thing that is mentioned in the movie Resident Evil. Which one was it again? Wait. Right, now this is a clip, a trailer clip, type of trailer clip from the movie called Resident Evil: The Final Chapter, right?
Now the question is,
The question?
we end with it.
The question is, will we end with the world, right? Because they're talking about that the world is going to end people. But he has a different suggestion, what he think he should do.
What do you propose?
What do you propose?
I propose that we end the world.
I propose that we end the world, because if you watch the movie, you will see that he says that, look, the earth is going to destroy us, but we need to do it on our term. It's something like that.
But on our terms. An orchestrated apocalypse.
An orchestrated apocalypse. You should watch this movie. It's a very good movie. I'm normally not into horror movies or zombie movies. I don't watch that garbage. But this is good, because it has a great storyline. It's not some dumb shit. It's about the government doing like laboratory type experiments on people, and then it so-called misfires. Well, it's not misfire. It was all on purpose, but it's so-called an accident. It's on purpose. If you watch all the movies, you will see, oh, you did that shit on purpose. But that's exactly what Esau is. He's making it seem as if it's, oh, it was an accident. He said it. He did it. But he's very good at it. He's brilliant. He's the most corrupt people upon the planet Earth. And yet, everybody talks about how the Arabs are corrupt, which they are. How the Asiatic people are corrupt, which they are. You know? How the people in Africa are corrupt, which they are. But Esau is greater and better than them. He's just magnificent at hiding it too. He's great. That's why Obadiah chapter 1 verse 18 is a beautiful scripture. You know? So it says, then nature will do it for us, and it is the poor people of the world who will suffer the most. No, you want to do that. But Psalms chapter 9 and also chapter 10, Psalms chapter 10, explains that all the things that you want for the other people, it's going to happen to you. You're going to be not here anymore. What? Yeah, there are 3 times as many people on earth as there were when I started making television. Well, you just made shows, idiot. Anyway, back in the days, you only heard his voice. Then he started to, get greedy for the light. Or they say limelight, if I'm correct. He started to get greedy for the light. That's when I didn't want to watch him anymore, because I get your fucking face outside. I want to see the little creatures over there. I don't want to see you. Just keep on talking, man. Why you facing the camera? I hate that shit. Just let me see and talk. That's good enough. Why are you showing your face? But a lot of these narrators started to do that in the kind of late mid 2000s and stuff like that. They started to do that. So I didn't want to watch it anymore, because I see your fucking face. I don't want to see your face. I want give me the creatures. I want to see the creatures. But yeah. He wants you dead. And this bitch wants you dead also. Jane Goodall, this little devil. Everybody talking about her as she's some kind of good creature. Get the fuck out of here, man. She's a demonic creature. Jane Goodall warns of unsustainable human population growth. You should understand who these people are. You see them. But when I was watching his documentaries, I never know what kind of devil he was. But it always irritated me that he showed his face from time to time. Like, for example, here. So in his documentary, he would talk. But then sometimes you caught a glimpse of him. Like, why are you here? Huh? Why are you gay? Well, why are you here? I don't want to see you. Put the creatures back in sight, man. But anyway, so. Yeah, of the people that you think are not trying to harm you, they're trying to harm you, boy. And for no apparent reason. Well, I have a reason why I want to hurt you. I'm a Jacob descendant. I have thousands of reasons. Just like how you hate Nazis. Do you hate Hitler, right? Do you hate Hitler? Why? Why you hate him? Why don't you just forgive? Okay, cool. I'm just playing around. Anyway. Right, I think I'm done. Do I need anything here? Okay, you're deceived. She really believes this thing. Wow. This shows you that. Wow. Well, it's it's crazy, but yeah, hey, they do deceive people, with their miracles. It's kind of a miracle, you can kind of call it. It's a lie. If it would be possible, they would deceive the very elect. And I see a few people actually did make videos about it. I looked at it. I didn't comment shit. I'm leaving it, man. You figure it out. You might be like, hey, man, you're supposed to warn them. No. I'm not supposed to talk to everyone. You know? Whether they're good or bad, I don't give a shit. I'm not talking to you. There's somebody else outside of me. You're going to figure it out, man. Eventually. So, I'm not missed. I'm not, well, actually, I want to say the other thing. I'm not needed, you know? Yeah. You don't need me. You don't need me, bitch. That's from a song, actually. I don't need you. What's it again? You don't need me. I don't need you. Oh, shit, sorry. I made a mistake. You don't know me, bitch. Yeah, that's what's actually, that is what that actually was. But yeah. So, let me just leave this. I'm talking too much right now. The point is, they're fighting to be able to poison you. That's what they're fighting for. But yeah, again, the fight is between America and Russia. Russia and China, America and UK. And you know what the funny thing is? It was actually all of Europe against Russia, right? And then China, especially after the 1960s, when they was not a colony anymore, then they started to become a superpower. And then they started to become an irritation and a thorn in the side of the CAUCUS in especially America. Not necessarily of Europe, because I don't really hear them really talking about China like that in a enemy type of sense, you know? But they're starting to do it to a certain degree, but they're being pushed by America. But Europe, their main target that I 100% know, they're talking about it all the time, is Russia. They kind of irritated with Russia, you know? But that's going back to just like how the Heavenly Father put that curse between the northern tribers and the southern tribers. But if you look at the war, is actually Europe is the instigator. They hate. Europe is the instigator. But yeah, anyway, another proxy war of by the way, in India, America is back in India against China. So even India, the war between India and China, it's between themselves because of a part of land here, the gray part that you can see here, but in all, and also for Tibet. So Tibet, that thing here that you see here, the Tibetan, they call him the Dalai Lama or something, Dalai Lama, something like that. He fled into India, and China wanted to kill him. Boy, China was really trying to kill that guy, man. But India took him in and gave these people a part of land, and they can't come in and attack them. That's a sign of war. So since then, they're angry because they know that the world is watching, and they don't want to do that. But they was trying to kill this guy, boy. The Dalai Lama, if I'm correct, if I said it right. I don't know what it means. I hope I didn't say something like, oh, the great father or something like that. May he be cursed. If yeah, he did call it himself a father. Something like that, you know. But yeah. But you have then therefore the Republic of China that was friends with America and Europe. They were friends. And then the Communist Party of, that's why they keep on saying communist, because they want to make it seem like they're bad. They are fucking evil. I'll give you the truth. They are evil. But Esau is worse. But anyway, so you had the China backed up by Russia, and then the China that was backed up by America, right? And then the China from Russia that started to fight, started to win the whole land, and eventually they caused the real China, or I shouldn't say real, I should say the ones that were first, the first rulership of China, they caused them to flee to Taiwan, yeah, which had a Spanish name back in the days, which is Formosa, Ilha Formosa. I think it was Spanish or something like that, Spanish or Portuguese, or maybe even Italian, I don't know. I think it was Spanish, if I'm correct. I looked it up, but I forgot. You can watch this video if you want to. Why this island could trigger World War III. It's not the island. It's America. Anyway, so yeah, that's that portion of land. So again, the war for Taiwan and stuff like that, and also India. It's America. It's America and Russia. That's the point. That's the war that's going on. You know, Soviet Union and China and stuff like that back in those days in 1949. That's when Russia had a whole big part of land in Europe. Yeah, that's it. And nowadays you have the coalitions of these countries, South Korea and allies. All these countries, Australia, Philippines, all of them joined South Korea and America and stuff like that. All of them joined, even the Netherlands, they all joined. And then the ones that stay strong until this day is North Korea and allies, which is North Korea, guerrilla army, and Soviet Union. The China. This is China. The red one is China, as you can see here. It's just China, Soviet Union, China, and North Korea. And the reason why I keep on very sorry. The reason why I say that it is just like the northern tribes versus the southern tribes is because these people and the curses will come upon them. Deuteronomy chapter 30 verse 7. That's the scriptures. This is how Russia used to be. But they took their land, which is good. Let them fight. Let them fight. Yeah. So this is like the 10 tribes that all bannered together. And remember, the 10 tribes were joining forces with Aram. They were joining forces with Edom. Yeah, man. Israel, the 10 tribes, Ephraim, the head, and stuff like that, they was joining forces with Esau and with Aram against Judah and Benjamin. They did that. And here you have it again. It plays itself off in a different type of mannerism, you know, but still you have these small groups here that are now fighting the bigger group. It's basically Russia versus America and Europe and stuff like that. These are a bunch of Edomites fighting amongst each other, but using other people as pawns and proxy wars to keep on fighting one another and all that type of stuff, which is just beautiful to see, because this is literally like scriptural. If you read First Kings, if you read Second Kings, Chronicles, and stuff like that, if you read it, you will recognize, like, hey, wait a minute, the Most High is doing this. I already know that, but I mean, like, you know, it's beautiful if you see everything play its part. Like, hey, this happened here in this scripture, in this chapter. That's happening right there with them right now. History repeats itself. Let me finish it off with this one, because I'm now talking in circles. Deuteronomy chapter 30 verse 7. And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. What are the curses? You're gonna fight one another. Deuteronomy 28 and 56, if I'm correct. No, 4. So the man that was tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be even toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. They hate each other. The West Europeans, they hate the East Europeans, but they collectively dislike Russia to a certain degree. Not all of them, you know. Not all of them, but yeah. But they do not want to be part of Russia, because Russia is controlling. And the same thing with Tibet. Tibet, they don't want to be, because they don't want to be controlled by them. China has failed. Reciprocate what? Reciprocate. Okay. Reciprocate Tibet's middleweight. That basically they want Tibet, but they don't want to be joint forces with them. They don't want to. And then you have here. Wait, I got another one. Why China wants to keep it so badly? They don't want. They don't want to. They want to remain single from them. And then let me see here. They don't want to. These people. Protests call on UK to protect Hong Kongers from China. Because China wants to fuck them over. You know? They're house Negroes to China. China wants to really fuck them over. But they can't. Because, you know, America is there. Because if you fight with UK, you got to fight with America. You know, because they kind of be like, oh, man, we don't got weapons like that. Not right now. Not right now. But we going to get you. We going to get you. You got these people over there singing, God Save the Queen. That's what they were talking about, man. They were singing it too. This is China. But it's Hong Kong because they say Hong Kong is not China. Here, Hong Kongers, remember, that's why they got to be they got to be smothered too. They got to be smothered too. You know, these people, they got to be smothered too. Once we get that power, Heavenly Father willing, everybody that sides with Esau, you're going to get it. And even if you don't side with Esau, you're a heathen, you're going to get it too. So it doesn't matter. You should join forces with them because, well, you would stand no chance. But if you do, make sure you need to know that you're going to get more pain. Because now it's best you don't resist. But you know what? I want you to resist. That would be fun. Here. Jeremiah 34:1. The words which came unto Jeremiah by Yahweh, when Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon and all his army and all the kingdoms of the earth of his dominion. I just showed you a picture, for example. It wasn't this one. It was this one. Here, all of them. These are the minions of Esau. You know, Europe and EU, and EU is Europe. Sorry, United Nations is EU. USA, EU and USA, right? Europe and America, right? And all the kingdoms of the earth of his dominion, and all his people, fought against Jerusalem and against all the cities of Jerusalem, of our people. You have different cities within Jerusalem is a city, but you have different places within it. You know, it's like New York. New York is one place, right? But in New York, you have Flatbush Avenue. You have this, you have that. The only reason I know that because I got family there. That's why. And I looked it up. But anyway, you have different places in Europe. You got New York, Brooklyn, whatever, Queens, whatever, these type of places and stuff like that. Yeah. So, yeah, you know, that's Jerusalem. I don't need to show that, but yeah, they're gonna fight, and they hate your guts. So yeah, but anyway. It doesn't matter if you with them or not. If you with them, you're going to be more tortured. Fuck. But if you are not with them, you're going to still get that ass whooped. Because we're going to get you for the things that you have been doing against Jacob. Because you all collectively work together in order to keep Jacob down. You know? Because I see a lot of comment sections, comment boards. And the Jacob descendants just don't know. They just don't want to be hated. And so they say stuff like, what have we done to them? We haven't dropped bombs. That's a Japan, by the way. We haven't dropped bombs on them. We haven't done this and done that to them. You know, we don't rape their women like that. Boy, if you just type in articles, US soldiers raping Japanese or raping Chinese and stuff like that, you're going to see a lot of articles. Vietnamese, Thailand people and stuff like Taiwanese. What is it? Taiwanese, that's another one, but Taiwanese also, they raping them too. And these are US soldiers stationed there, stationary. You know, Thailand, people from Thailand and stuff like that, they're raping them. And yet, all these countries collectively, oh yeah, Korean too. All these countries collectively saying that, you know, they scared of black people are gonna rape them. I'm looking at these people like, oh, this make no fucking sense, man. Here. UN also the UN 2024. Since the 7 years, and this is 2025. This is a Marine. This is a soldier. This is 21. This is another one. Year 1996, 2025. You have more. If you use the software, you will see. And there's other. Yeah, these are just individuals. They're devils. Let me see. They're just devils. There's more than that. I have a whole list of things that they did. But of course, this is Google, so they are going to make it seem as if it's not that much. It's more than this. I typed in convicting to convicted. $16,001. Yeah, there's more. There's more. Anyway, I'm Korean. U.S. soldiers raping teens. Not just one. And there's more than that. Not just 2011, 2026. Oh, I didn't know this one. For decades, thousands of South Korean women were forced into prostitution. See, I told you it's not just one. They just want to show you a few articles. Get the fuck out of here. I know better. Because YouTube, Google, sorry. I keep on saying YouTube. Google used to be very good. It used to find all the things. Boy, what? That's what they doing. Yeah, that's what they doing. And yet, they're talking about Buraka people. Buraka people is coming to rape us. Okay, I kind of butchered the accent. I went straight German with that one, but the Buraka people, they're coming to rape all the women. Yeah, that one's better. Yeah. Anyway, that's what they're talking about, man. I'm looking at them like, damn, I can't wait to get that sort of woman. Boy, you gonna wish I raped you. You gonna wish that. I'm not coming for that. I'm coming with this one. I'm gonna leave it at this because I keep on talking now. Joshua 13. Oh, 10. It says, and the sun stood still and the moon stayed until the people had avenged themselves upon their enemies. So, vengeance is of the Lord. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But he's going to allow certain things to happen. I don't need to read the rest. Right. Ezekiel 25:12 and until 14. So I'm going to leave it at that. You know. I'll put... Where's the one of decades? Where's the one again? Oh boy. Okay. Decades. Thousands. They're not putting that in the article thing to show you that. They're not putting... I know of this. Because I've seen it. Like I said, Google used to be better. Let me type something in here. This is all rape. Or whatever you want to call it. Let me see what the software says. 10,000s, tens of thousands. So it's not just thousands, it's tens of thousands. Was subjected to a systematic system, sexual abuse, forced labor, and exploitation within the state-sanctioned military prostitution system operated by the South Korean government. They're selling their own children. You know? and yet we're the bad guy. But I don't care about this, man. I don't give a shit. I just want to be a judge. So I'm gonna do some stuff. I'm gonna talk to them. I have a long-winded conversation about, hey man, why you blaming me? I'm gonna talk to them. Yeah. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.